Hi, as you can see from the thumbnail, I'm going to be looking at the new Sindy Kid Creation Dolls House. Now, this is an item that came out last year and some of us were a little bit shocked at the price because it was originally about £250-ish from Argos. I don't think the Sainsbury's actually had it. Sainsbury's had the dolls as well, but I don't think they had the house. But this was Argos, the price I'm quoting. But recently, if you go on Argos and check see what offers are about, things like that, you will have noticed it has been massively reduced to £92 and so many pence. Can't remember exactly. Now, the reason being is it is under clearance, and you'll see some of the dolls are also under clearance as well. And the sad news then comes is that Kid Creations will not be making any more Sindys as it stands at the moment. I don't know the full details, obviously none of us do, but if you do go on Facebook, let me get the right page here. If you go on the Vintage Sindy by Pedigree, you will see Pedigree have put out a full statement. There's not been any fallouts, anything like that. You know, they've put some gorgeous comments about Kid Creations and saying they really love working with them and the products are beautiful, which they are beautiful, aren't they? They are absolutely stunning, the designs. But the licensing had come to an end and I think it was a mutual agreement that they wouldn't continue with it. Now, if you do read their article they've put on, they are sort of hinting perhaps that there will be more Sindys. Now, it is a special celebration for Sindy this year. We are 60 years. So, you know, there's sort of a hint. It doesn't say that they're doing something and it doesn't say they're not. They sort of hint towards it. So fingers crossed we might get a special edition Sindy, something like that. I really don't know. But have a read at their full statement and it will tell you sort of why and where. And obviously it's a bit more complicated than most of us can understand because obviously we don't run that sort of business. So it's not something we get. But it is something to do with the fact that they've come to a mutual agreement. The license came to an end and they've decided they're going to end their sort of partnership at that point. Now, if you've already got some of these dolls, you know they're gorgeous. If you haven't got any of these dolls, I get down to Argos now because some of them are reduced and quite nicely reduced. Same with the house. How could I not buy it when it was reduced to that degree? Now, I've had a lot of people ask me, is it still worth it though? It's still £92. That's still a lot of money. It is. Like a third of the original price, mine, but yes, it is still a lot of money, I agree. So I'm going to do a video. I'm going to show you, I mean, what I've got on the table here is the contents, like the bits of furniture and all the extras you get. It's not just the house, there's lots of little extras as well. So I'm going to show you them. Some of them are not something I will be keeping. My granddaughter will probably take some of the furnishings off me because I've got some of my vintage furniture. I will also show you the house and show you, I've put a couple of pieces of vintage furniture in just to show the fittings. Because I know some people have said, well, I can't fit my vintage furniture in. You can't, some of it. But to be perfectly honest, I've seen pictures of the original house and they're quite sort of stuffed as well. So I don't think there's a massive size difference. I haven't got one to compare with, so I can't do that one for you, I'm afraid. But it is a lovely house. It didn't take too long to actually put together. I didn't video us putting it together. I did take some photographs, which I'll put on at the end, because I did have to get my husband to help me with a couple of them because it wasn't putting it together that was hard. It was having sort of two people to hold it, and some of the sort of screwing in was a little bit tight, and my hands really don't like doing that sort of thing. I just can't put the pressure on. So I did have to get him to do that. But then between us, I bet it took maybe an hour between the two of us. It went together really nicely, quite easily put together, no problems with anything. And it is now up in my craft room, which is absolutely chaotic because I've had to change the whole thing round. So half of the room is tidy, the other half has just got loads and loads of things dumped, and I have to find new homes and I need to be strict and go through all my stuff and tidy. When it is, I will give you a tour of the room. But just for now, I didn't take a breath here, don't I? Slow down. But for now, I'm going to show you the items that are the contents that come with the house. And I'm also going to video the house. It's quite large to sort of get in. So I'll probably sort of try and pan back and then go through each room and let you decide if you think it's worth it. I know for some of the sort of more traditional vintage collectors, they're saying it's too pink. but I think at that price you could probably wallpaper it and alter it yourself, which I'm thinking of doing a little bit of altering, not too much, because it is very, very pretty. It is very pink, it is very grey, but it is very beautiful at the same time. So we're going to have a good look at it. Please pop a comment below if you've managed to get one of the offers at Argos. Like I say, they're still current at the moment. And let me know if it's a dollhouse you would want, or you think it's too modern, or you prefer the traditional. Whatever you'd like to say, pop a comment in there. There is no right, there is no wrong. Everybody likes different things, but I am quite pleased with it, and I'm looking forward to being able to do some photographs with my dolls in the house, because that is something I didn't have, sort of like a backdrop for that size dolls. So we're going to go top down now, and we'll get on and have a look what's in the box, and then we'll have a little look at the house and we'll see what you think. So I will see you in a second. Well, here we are with the contents. Now, there's quite a lot of contents here. So it's just in a big pile at the moment. So I'm actually stood up trying to do it because I've had to put the camera a lot higher. Now, you'll see, first of all, I have the staircase on here. Now, it's a little bit of a pet hate with any doll's house with me, this. The staircase always takes away space in your room. So I'm actually not putting the staircase in. Yes, you may say, how is Cindy going to get upstairs? Well, she's going to have to manage because I want the space for the actual photos. But the staircase does go in nice, and it is nicely fixed in. It's sort of quite a strong fit in, so which is also nice because some staircases do have a tendency to come out. So we'll just pop that to one side. I'm literally going to go through the boxes. I've got it all piled here because before I started building the house, I took everything out that wasn't the build, and that made it easier then to know what I got so I could organise it. Now, this is something you get, which I think is rather lovely actually. As you can you see the pattern on there? We have a Sindy design fabric. So there's a pink one, and then we've got two plain ones here, sort of the grey and the purple, which matches in with that colour scheme again. I love the fact that that's got Sindy on. Now, these are actually designed for you to make curtains because there's quite a bit of make your own in this. So it's quite nice for the crafting side of things. I'm actually very tempted not to use this one for curtains, but use this to make something for the doll to wear, like a skirt or something like that. I think there's enough there to do a Sindy skirt because I just love the fact that we have the logo design on the fabric. So again, nice craft elements. We've got a nice piece of cotton there to make some curtains. Now, this is the other craft element, which isn't something I would do, but I do think is quite wonderful if you've got children and wanting to sort of encourage them to make things, because on their site it was very much like that. You know, you'd buy the doll, you could make things for the doll, you could then download patterns for making things for the dolls. So it's very interactive, which is a very nice thing to do, really. You can see we have two lounge side tables, so they can put these together. Like I say, I'm not going to be bothering with these. These are probably my granddaughter's. And then we have things to stick on in the house. Now, when I do a tour of the house, you'll see why this makes sense. I will probably use the photos because I think they're great, but I think I'm going to probably frame them properly to put in the house rather than just stick them on. But again, kids are going to love that. As I say, when you see the house, you'll see there's areas that are bare, and that is what these are for. So you can pop in details. So I do think it's rather cute. You know, posters I might use, things like that. But otherwise, they're going to be getting passed on those. Now, in the house, there's like three, I was going to say more than three, then there is only three squares where there's nothing, and that is for these to go up. And I quite like the fact that they are sort of in like a grayscale, and again they are stickers, I'm presuming. Yeah, they just lift off, so be careful when you put them on, because I know I hate putting stickers on. You put them on wrong and then you can't get the things off. But they are supposed to go in the center part of the house, which you will see there's some blank rectangles. When I get there, you'll see that. So that is really nice. Now we've got some more furnishing here. Now this is for some shelving units. Again, you'll see where it's meant to go. Kitchen unit back. What we got there? We got some coat hangers. So this is quite a nice one. This is like a hanging rail, clothes rail, and this is quite a thick card. You know, this is a good quality card, so it should hold quite well. And we have a little kitchen as well. Now, if you've already got them, okay, you might be putting your own in. If you haven't got them though, or you can't afford to get them, it's a great starting point. So you can put them in and still take pictures of your dolls near them, which I probably will do for the kitchen, because I don't have a Sindy kitchen of any sort, and all the colour schemes that are out there I don't really like, so I've been sort of researching on how to sort of paint up and things like that. Right, oh, that's the back. Oh, I might build that one up as well actually. because that sort of sits behind the sofa I've put in there at the moment, and I could put things on it and decorate it up. That's just the instructions. We don't need that. So, furniture. Again, it is designed for children, this house. That is something you do need to sort of remember when you're looking. They do a wall mounting thing, which sort of for safety is a fabulous idea. Obviously, you don't want to be pulling it over on yourselves or the child pulling it over on themselves. So I haven't done that because of where it's placed. I don't really need it. My granddaughter will play in it, but I'm pretty sure it's safe where it is. We might put it up yet. We've not decided because I've not finished tidying the room. So, furniture. What have we got? Now, I love this bathtub. I must admit, I do like that. It's the same shape as my own personal bathtub. I think that is why I like it. I haven't got the silver bit, but you know, this sort of like bowl shape I do like as a bath. And it is a nice bath. Now, I'm umming and ahhing because I have a vintage Sindy bath, which I love, but I made a bit of a mistake because I thought in my own head it was blue. I bought it ages ago. So then I managed to get a blue toilet and sink. And now when I've gone to take my bath out of the bag, I've realised it's lilac, which is perfect for the dollhouse, but I don't have matching toilets and sink now. And I've been trying to find a lilac toilet, just a toilet will do, toilet and sink, and I can't find them anywhere. So I've got quite a bit of research to do on that one. But it is a nice, it's plastic, that one, nice solid little bath. Now, what's in here? I don't actually know what's in here. Let's have a look. I didn't even look at this before. I've not opened half of them. I don't know what it is. It could be an accessory. It could be some screws. I don't know. Oh, these are cute. Huh. This is nice. Let's get them all out. Don't want to lose anything. We have sort of little glasses. Now, they're nice. Now, they'd be great sort of for dioramas or sort of pictures with your dolls. They're around a party. I like those. Those are nice. I didn't realise they were in there. I'm going to pop them inside the bath so we don't lose them. We have a piece of fabric, which I'm pretty sure is for the bed. So when we get to the bed, I'll put that one to that side. Now, we have some chairs, which, again, nice and sturdy for children. I might temporarily use them because I think that's a little table, because again, I don't have a dining room table, but I don't want the big vintage Sindy one. I've been looking around. I was hoping there might be a 4-seater one, but it looks like they're all 6+, which is too big for the dining room, I think, unless I shuffle things around. I don't know. So they might get used temporarily until I can decide. But again, they are so solid and sturdy. So I'll put them to that side. Ta-da. What else do we have in here? So what we got? We have a coffee table. Again, cute, usable. Might use that one. Obviously, you can decorate it up. These are wood. These could be so easily sort of painted up. I know I've been looking at painting furniture, as I've said before, and it looks like spray paint's probably the best thing. So, I mean, I might do something with that one yet, because a little coffee table's great. You can put flowers on it, you can put your teacups on it, all that sort of thing, and you can really decorate it up. So that's a possible keeper for me as well. So what we got here? Oh, I thought this was the toilet then. It's not. It's just another little side table. Again, nice chunky one. It's a very modern sort of feel, which of course it would be. It's not going to look like the vintage ones, because it's not that vintage period, is it? But yeah, that's okay. Again, usable. And we have the toilet, which is sort of quite cute. It could go in there temporarily, but I really would like to finish this lilac set, if at all possible. I know it exists. I've seen pictures of it, but I can't find any for sale. That's the only problem. It doesn't lift up, whereas obviously our vintage one is like a proper little plastic lift-up toilet, etc., etc. That's why I'd like to get one. But it's a temporary one, I think, for me. So what we got? Paper. Oh, what we got here? Now, this is quite sweet. Again, not something I will be keeping, but it's nice. It, again, solid. We have a cute little sort of standard lamp, which I think is really nice. Very modern vibe. To be honest, I'm saying I wouldn't keep it, but this is nice. I think I could make like a fabric cover and maybe fringing or something. I could actually do that one up quite a bit, actually, because I think that's okay being black there, and then sort of just change it, because I do like a mix between the modern and the vintage. As much as I have my vintage Sindys and I have some vintage furniture and I've got vintage dolls houses, things like that, I do like the modern side of it very much as well. That's why a lot of my Sindys have new clothes rather than the vintage clothes. There's only a few vintage clothes I really keep. Right, oh, got some spare screws. You don't need to see those. Now this is, I had a quick sneak at this. It looks like it's Velcro, which I'll keep to use as Velcro. This is for the curtains. So you can make all your curtain bits, which, I mean, how good is that? They don't just give you the fabric. They give you the actual sticky back Velcro. We've got some pretty ribbon there. So, you know, you've got some nice things to work with. So you wouldn't need to go out and buy anything, for example. You could get away with sort of just using these and popping them up. So I'll put that to one side. This looks like part of the bed. Our bed does need to be built, and again, it might be a temporary use because I don't have a bed. I don't know why I sold mine on some time back. I don't know why I did that. I shouldn't have done that, should I? Because now getting hold of them. What we got here? Oh, this is a little dog bed. How cute is that? How cute is that? So that means there's a little dog in here, which I know there is because I've had a little look. So we'll pop that over there. This looks like it's the base of the bed. So it's just the wood, and then they just sort of, I don't know, stuck a little bit of fleece on. This feels like it's got a cardboard insert, but it's not bad size bed. So obviously you can imagine you put it together and put some pretty bedding on it, make a nice quilt for it. It's okay. I quite like it. I will be putting that together. Now this is another one that needs a little bit of put together. Again, cute. Don't think I'd bother with it in the house. I'm not quite sure why you'd have a deck chair in your house. Perhaps if you've got no furniture or you're having a party, so you bring it inside. I don't know. But it is a little deck chair. And I've got a feeling, if I remember rightly, yeah, it needs some sort of the screws. You know, there's a little box of screws there. But that would be all right, you know, if I want to take some pictures outside during the summer. She's got a nice little deck chair. So again, it is usable. So we'll pop that to that side. Oh, we're nearly towards the end here. If there's the occasional wobble here, I do apologise. I've had to pause it a couple of times because I've still got the back end of this cold and my nose is sort of running a bit. So I have to keep stopping. You didn't really need to know that, did you? So we have a sofa here. Again, very modern, very sort of sleek looking. I moved the pillows. There is some pillows, but I've already gone and put them in the house, which is the other side of the room. But yeah, there's some really cute pillows, which I'll show you when we get to the house. But again, it is very nice. It is nice and solid. It's good quality. Again, I don't know. There's a little city outside bit. I think I might actually use it for that rather than inside. I don't know. I've not decided yet. We have another table. Sort of like a little faux handle there. I think bedroom. I think that would be for the bedroom. I'm going to leave that one in the box because obviously we've got to the end of the box now. And then there's this. Now I've pulled that off. It does clip back on, but that was being a bit rough. And basically, it is a rabbit hutch of all things. Again, this isn't something I would keep. I think this just clips back on. I hope it just clips back on. I don't even know how I knocked it off, to be honest. Oh yeah, that's why. Oh. So you've got a little rabbit hutch, so you can see the little squares on there. I don't think I want to put my rabbit in it, but there's a rabbit hutch. So we have, oh now that is cute though. That is cute. There is no denying that. That is a super cute bunny. And is there another bunny in here? Oh, that's a little dog. I don't think we're going to be putting the little dog in there, but the little bunny is really sweet. So we'll put them there. So what's this one then? Is this the other bunny or is this another animal? Perhaps there's only one bunny. I suppose it's not a lot of room. I'm not quite sure why its bedding would be like that, but never mind. Oh, we have a cat. So she's got a full range of pets and they are actually quite cute. I'm not usually bothered about the pets, you know, so you get them, always getting them with Barbies, aren't you? And it's not something I'm really interested in. I think the rabbit's my favourite. I think it's just got the cutest little face. I do like that. I like that a lot. So we do have some little pets as well. So all in all, that is the furniture and accessories you get with it, which to be honest, is pretty good. I'm quite impressed with that. And I'm quite impressed how sort of solid it all is as well. I mean, it is really, really solid. A couple of bits you need to put together, like the bed. And they need some screws in. It's just a basic little quilt there. Oh, no, I'm just saying that. I wonder if the pillows are meant for the bed. There's two little grey pillows and I've gone and put them on the sofas. They might have actually been meant for the bed. So there's some things I'm going to keep and use, or repaint, redecorate, alter. And there's some bits that will be going to my granddaughter because, I don't need them. And I'm going to use the fabric to make Cindy a skirt because I think that would be really cute. These are not going to fit back in here. They never do they? I'm just going to pop them in for now because, as I said, the craft room is absolute nightmare. Right, I think that's all the furnishings. I mean, that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot of stuff, isn't it? So we're now going to have a look at the house. I will try and do you a further away out bit of video, and then we're going to go in close and have a look. I've got to get a little stall though. This house is quite large, and because I've put it on top of things, it makes it quite tall. So I have a little step that I'm going to be using, so hopefully I won't fall off it while I'm trying to video it, fingers crossed. And I'll let you have a look and get a better idea of what you're going to get if you decide to purchase it. So I'll see you in a second with the third part of the video. Right, so here is the house at a distance. Now, this is going to be a bit weird. I hope I'm not going to wobble while I am filming it. There you go up. So you can still see my Christmas robins outside that we've not pulled in. Never mind. So you can see roughly what I'm talking about with the size of it. So it's a reasonable size. Now, I'm going to get a little bit closer for each room, but I just thought I'd do a scan down of the general sort of detailing of it. I'm going to do lots of photos as well, so you'll be able to see some photos. So I'm going to pause it and get a little bit closer. So I'm going to do a room at a time. As you can see, there is a lift. Now, I'm umming and ahhing as to whether to keep this in. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to move it sort of without shaking everything else. It does move up and down on this track. It's a little bit hard to do with one arm, but it does. You've got like a track there that the lift goes up and down with, and that's like a little plastic lift, which is quite cute. It does look a little bit more like a shower than a lift, but it's quite nice because you can see through it, so it doesn't detract from what's behind. So we have sort of the paper looking kitchen, so it shows where the kitchen would be. That's what I'm saying. If you wanted to paint over or decorate, you could do. You can see me in the mirror. I'm waving to myself. So we have a kitchen and a dining room. Now around the side, I quite like this. We have a little porch, which is really cute. And my hands are getting in the way. And I thought it'd be quite cute to put flowers and things like that. So I do like that there's a little porch area. Now let's have a look, see if I can get a little bit higher. Moving on up, which the lift takes you to this floor. Now, this is our living room, and as I mentioned, I've popped a couple of pieces of my vintage furniture, which I don't think colour-wise is matching at the moment, but these are pieces of furniture I do want to keep. Like I say, I do mix and match my vintage and my non, but I do want to keep these, so I might end up decorating this area. Just got a nice sort of wooden effect floor and a faux rug there. And those are the three bits I referred to where you can pop the stickers, sort of the large posters of the new Sindys, which is quite nice in that grayscale. And this is where you've got one of the cardboard cupboards you can put there as well. Wherever there's like a sort of drawn on bit, you can usually put one of the cardboard pieces of furniture as well. So yeah, it's a nice size for a living room. If it's just a living room, it is more than big enough, I think. As I say, I do need to think about maybe getting a smaller... I don't like being in the mirror there. The mirrors, I should have left the covers. The other mirrors have got covers on. But yeah, I think for that, it's going to have to be a smaller kitchen and dining set. But I'm quite happy with that. I think a 4-person table is more than adequate for me. So I'm going to pause this again and now stand on my stool. Well, this video is going to be in so many little bits and pieces. I've got to put it all together yet. Now, this is our bedroom. Now, as you can see, there's a hole there because the staircase should run up from where about that sofa is. You can see there's the hole there. But as I say, it's a pet hate of mine with any doll's house. I think the stairs take up too much room. So I'm not putting them in because I want these sort of more for photographs and things. So the bedroom's nicely coloured. I think it looks okay. I've put a piece of furniture in. There's the wardrobe in there, but you can see it takes up an awful lot of the space. But because I'm going to work over that hole, I'm not bothered. I need to find a way of sort of covering that, maybe putting a carpet down to cover the hole. And then I'll put the bed at that end. So yeah, she should have enough room there. So you can see how the roof is constructed. It's like a half roof. Obviously there's full roof at the back. And it is nice. It's nice and rock solid and it's sort of good quality and things. Right, the bathroom. You can see what I talked about, my gorgeous, gorgeous purple bath that I absolutely love to bits. And I've just pushed that to the back because their bath and that is a lot smaller. But I think I have enough room sort of there to put my sink and here on this wall to put the toilet, because there is a little door between the two so she can move from one from the other. So that works for me. I think there's enough room. I don't think that's where you're supposed to put the bath, but I think it works. I don't think that's a problem. So here we go. Again, oh, let's have a look at the floor. Do you want to see the floor? So it is very modern, as you can see. It is very pink. I actually love grey and pink. You'll see my wallpaper behind me when I do the intro is grey and pink. So it is one of my favourite colours. But I think the furnishings are going to work quite nicely because I'm going to get some other bits. I'm going to decorate some areas. And also, by the time you put all your little bits of accessories in, I mean, I don't know whether you can see, I've actually put a little plant pot on there. That's as far as I've gone. And that's the little plant pot out of the Sindy doll herself, the flower shop one. That's one of her flowers. So that is really a total tour of the house. I like it. I'm pleased I got it. I think the price is reasonable. Oh, there's pictures of my Sindys there. In the hats that I make, that's why that's there. There's another one that's just come off, but that was a Blythe one. So I've got to sort this chaos out in here. It's driving me mad. So hopefully I've not been too wobbly whilst doing this, and I hope it does give you a good idea, and I will pop some pictures on at the end if you want to have a look as well. So I will see you all very soon. Please pop me some comments. If you enjoy my videos, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, etc, etc. And let's keep our fingers crossed that we might see an anniversary Sindy. That would be so nice. I really do hope. I'll definitely be in the queue for that one. So I will see you all very soon, and bye-bye for now.